It's time for Medford Rogues Baseball as the Rogues take on the best of the West in the Great West League. Don't miss a minute of the action. Listen to every Medford Rogues game all season long, live on MedfordRogues.com. Now, it's time for Medford Rogues Baseball. Here's the voice of the Rogues, Brian Schnee.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Harry and David Field in Medford, Oregon. Nice to have you with us. My name is Brian Schnee. This is Great West League Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com. Medford and Yuba City, not a name you have heard before. The Yuba City Bears are a brand new program within the Great West League. We're excited to have them with us. But you know what? We've got to focus on the Rogues, a team that won 40 regular season wins and actually made it to the championship game series against the Chico Heat last season, falling in the eventual deciding game number 3. It's interesting for the Medford Rogues. We'll get to the starting lineups in just a moment. But tonight's starting pitcher actually threw the last game as the starting pitcher for the Medford Rogues. And our Jonathan Kerman talks to head coach Josh Hogan about tonight's game.
Thanks, Brian. So I'm here with Coach Hogan. Coach, Dylan Pierce closed out the season for you guys last year. He's starting the season out for you this year. What are you looking for out of Dylan Pierce tonight?
Really just looking for him to go out there and compete, be the Dylan Pierce that we know him to be. Last year when he got in, he came in and he really earned his way. He came in on a 10-day contract. He didn't get a whole lot of innings early. He came out of the pen, and he struggled a little bit with throwing strikes. And I told him, look, you're gonna earn your way on here by throwing strikes. And he did that last year and ended up becoming a starter for us and pitching that championship game. We lost 1-0 on an unearned run. He even got a hit in that game. So what we're looking for him to do is just be himself and go out there and compete like he does. He's one of the fiercest, toughest competitors I've coached. I love seeing him out there on the mound. It always feels like we have a chance to win with him out there. So very excited to see him today. So,
what are you going to be stressing this year for your team?
Competing, that's always what we do. We're always trying to get better. But this year, I think I'm trying to focus on, for myself and for the team, is just self-improvement, team improvement, not worrying about comparing yourself to anybody else or comparing the team to the other team, coach to coach, just trying to better yourself, better your team, and not worry about what everybody else is doing. Just worry about us and become a family. Try and create that culture that we did last summer. It was a great culture, family. Everybody loved each other and wanted the best out of their teammate. And that's what we're looking for this year. A good camaraderie. We want the competition to be on the team, but we want people to compete in the right way and pick each other up. So looking forward to it.
The field looks great. Is there anything that you want to say about this field today?
Yeah, we got a new groundskeeper. Our assistant coach, pitching coach, Jeff Lyle. He's taken over the groundskeeper duties, and it looks great right now. The field should be playing the best that I think it's played in a long time. The grass is nice and short, and the rain last night helped too. And he does a great job with the mound and the plate. So it's pretty much big league style playing surface out there.
Thanks so much, Coach. Back to you, Brian.
Thanks, Jonathan. I am here with Dylan Pierce, tonight's starting pitcher. Dylan, good to have you back on the bump. What'd you learn, obviously, what'd you work on throughout the course of this past season at SWAC?
A lot of things that I worked on when I was there this year was command to every one of my pitches to master everything that I threw and be able to throw it in any type of count. So that was a big thing to work on. Also gaining weight to get some more off speed and velo this year. So that was definitely something I was working on.
You had quite the impact late in the season, especially for the Rogues. What type of mindset have you prepared yourself for 2017, where you're getting the opening day start? You've actually pitched what would be starting the last 2 games for the Medford Rogues. That's kind of interesting.
Absolutely, yeah, it is interesting. I'm coming back hopefully just as strong as I did last year. Big mindset coming in. I have some big shoes to fill, so I'm hoping to get up there and do my job whenever my name's called.
Does it get any better than playing here in front of your hometown fans, your family, that sort of thing?
Oh, nothing better. I was really looking forward to getting back here, playing for everybody in Medford. It's a huge honor to be back up on the mound for my team I love. So
good luck tonight.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Thanks, man. We're back with the starting lineups after this. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com.
At People's Bank, we know that banking doesn't have to be complicated. Good banking happens when we put people first. Here at People's Bank, we're for the people with big dreams. We're here for families working on creating a better life for their children. We're for businesses investing locally to create a better community we're proud to call home. This is Ken Troutman, president of People's Bank. When we put people first, families grow stronger, businesses thrive, and our community flourishes. People's Bank. We put people first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Catch the Rogues all season long, right here on MedfordRogues.com.
Welcome back to Harry and David Field. Nice to have you with us on a beautiful evening for baseball. My name is Brian Schnee, our producer tonight, Jonathan Kerman. And it was great to hear what Coach Hogan had to say regarding his starting pitcher, who's out there right now taking the bump, getting his warm-up pitches in, and we will get you those starting lineups. Dylan Pierce is on the bump for the Medford Rogues, a team that's in their 5th season in collegiate summer baseball here in Medford. 3 years as a West Coast League team, and now year number 2 for the Rogues in the Great West League. The Rogues in the field look a little like this. In left field, Johnny De La Cruz. In center, Connor Lowry. In right, Jake Hellwig. At third, Medford's own Josh Berman. Scotty Wright at short. Bryce Tilton at second. Jake Gazzo at first. Taylor Frost, the designated hitter. Dante Gutierrez is the catcher, and the second half of the battery is Dylan Pierce. So they'll go out and talk it out. Managers will check as well. It's a good time to let you know that Valley Immediate Care is a proud sponsor of our Rogues broadcast team. Valley Immediate Care has locations in both North and South Medford, Ashland, Grants Pass, and Brookings, offering urgent care, occupational health, physicals, laser surgeries, and more. Head to valley-ic.com for more information. Now time for the Valley Immediate Care pregame injury report, and it's great to say we've got nothing. So nothing could be better. Game number 1, our injury report is a clean slate. Let's get you the starting batting lineup for the visiting Yuba City Bears. I can tell you they trotted in here in some impressive bright blue tops. They are not wearing those here tonight. Just some blue numbering with a little purple socks, something you don't see often. They do share a field, however, with the Marysville Gold Sox. So purple and gold, that'll be one heck of a home game for both teams if you're able to witness that one. Let's check in on the Bears here. Number 24, TJ Dove of Yuba College will lead things off. He's in center field. The second baseman, number 2, Trey Yukamoto, bats second. The first baseman, number 32, Dominic Diana, bats third. In cleanup, or batting cleanup, the designated hitter, number 15, Logan Worm. Batting fifth, the third baseman, number 8, Josh Winkler. Batting sixth, the shortstop, number 22, Alex Cortez. Batting seventh, the left fielder, number 13, Brandon Nelson. Batting eighth, the catcher, Colin Lawrence. And rounding out the batting lineup, the right fielder, number 1, Jarrell Quinones. The starting pitcher for the Bears, we'll see him out there in a little while, Landon Mitchell of Folsom Lake College. So the umpires in a powder blue uniform tonight. Not battling any heat, but definitely got the style going. Home plate, Alex Chavez. In field is Chris Hudson. Nice to have you along with us here on the live stream. It's something new we're trying this year, a little graphic. Things are mixed up a little bit. We hope you enjoy it. We will take your critique. We will take your comments throughout the broadcast. Just join us on the YouTube conversation. You can also tweet at us throughout the broadcast at Medford Rogues, at Brian_Schnee. That's BRIAN_SCHNEE. We want your feedback. We want to know if you're happy, and we hope you are. The graphic looks good on our end, but we'd love to have you along with us for the ride here tonight at Harry and David Field. Dylan Pierce getting a couple additional warm-up pitches in. The Rogues would like to thank our friends at Avista. Serving Medford since 1906, Avista has created opportunities, sparked imaginations, and fueled innovation. Today, as they celebrate more than a century of service, the folks at Avista are committed as ever to helping the communities they serve to grow and prosper. Head to avistautilities.com. A full slate for the Medford Rogues. 6 straight home games we call the homestand. We've got Yuba City in the building tonight. They'll be here again tomorrow and Thursday. On Friday for our Fill the Park Friday, we welcome in the defending champs, the Chico Heat. And then, of course, Saturday, the 5th birthday. Doesn't get much better than that with some fireworks. And then Sunday we'll round out the 6-game homestand against Chico. The Rogues get a day off on Monday, and they'll head to Portland for their first road series of the season. We are ready to get underway. 6:36 local time here in Medford, Oregon, and a beautiful night at Harry and David Field. Dylan Pierce gets the sign from Gutierrez and fires. First pitch below the knees. 1 ball, no strikes. One ball, no strikes to Dove. Second pitch, low and in. 2 balls, no strikes. Dylan Pierce, a local product. Always nice to have that out there for hometown fans, especially with the home opener. Pierce really turned it on late last summer. Had some big minutes and big outings for the Rogues. That one a high chopper over the first baseman. It's going to get out in the right field for a base hit. So this brings up Trey Yukamoto, the second baseman. Pierce checks over to first. Dove slides in safely. Yukamoto, the second baseman for the Bears of Hawaii Pacific University. First pitch to the left-handed batter inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Dub over at first after that leadoff single. That one hit hard up the middle. Flipped over to second. They will get the lead runner. A nice play by Wright. Coming across the diamond, flipping to Tilton for the force play at second. So Yukamoto hits into the fielder's choice. He is still at first base. Dominic Diana steps in, the right-handed batter's box. 1 away for the Rogues here in the top of the first. Pierce from the stretch. Slide step, first pitch curveball over the plate for a strike. Count 0-1. Pierce will play collegiate baseball at Oregon State University next season. Having spent the last couple years at Southwest Oregon Community College out on the coast. That one low in the dirt, 1-1. Interesting time for the Rogues. Some guys still not here yet in town. But just a great opening day roster. Something you maybe don't expect to see when there's teams still fighting for a berth to Omaha, Nebraska. Pierce has the count at 1-1. Slide step delivery, hard fastball in the dirt. Nice stop by the D1 battery. And it's Dante Gutierrez behind home plate. Had limited at-bats in his time as a freshman at the University of San Diego. That went off the plate as well. Runner over on first, one away. Count at 3-1 to Diana, the first baseman. Pierce checks over to first, comes to his set. Slide step delivery, swung and a miss for strike two. Count now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. Nice crowd here to open things up here at Harry and David Field. Of course, that first pitch, something you couldn't see at home, but I'll tell you more about later. Our first pitch of the night from a 9-year-old Preston Fowler. That one in the dirt. Ball 4. Runners on first and second with 1 away. This brings up Logan Worm, the designated hitter for the Bears.
Anytime he is struck out, you can go down to the beer garden and pick up a $3 beer. Let's go, Rogues!
1 away here in the top of the first. Yukamoto now at second base, Diana at first. After drawing the count full and walking, Pierce, a lot of pitches here in the first inning so far. Definitely not the command that we saw late last year. Really just pounded the zone. Had great outings, 2 outings in the playoffs alone, owned a 0 ERA, and somehow picked up a loss. On the black of the plate for a strike. Count 0-1 to Worm, the designated hitter. Righty-righty matchup. Right. Over at shortstop, closer to second. Pierce stares at him. High leg kick delivery. Curveball misses upstairs. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away. Runners on first and second. Josh Winkler, the third baseman, on deck. Pierce gets the sign from Gutierrez. High leg kick again, another delivery, nice pitch. The heater catches the inside part of the plate for a strike. Count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Off the plate, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runner on first, runner on second. That's Diana over at first after drawing the walk. Yukamoto at second after reaching on a fielder's choice. The 2-2 delivery, swung and a miss, strike 3. First strikeout of 2017 for the Medford Rogues. Rogue Credit Union would like to thank The Rogues would like to thank Rogue Credit Union for their continued support of Medford Rogues baseball and the surrounding Southern Oregon community. Our friends at Rogue Credit Union are striking out hunger. Rogue Credit Union is donating $10 to Access each time a Rogues pitcher, like Dylan Pierce, strikes out a player from the opposing team during a home game. Rogue Credit Union, living local, it's a Rogue thing. 2 away here for the Rogues in the field in the top of the first inning. Yukamoto at second, Diana at first. Winkler steps in. Another righty-righty matchup. Pierce settles things down and slows it down, stepping off the backside of the rubber. Now he comes back to his set. Stares over at second base. Right, faked, jumped off. Right at the knees for a strike. Count 0-1. Beautiful 71-degree evening with a little breeze here in Medford. That one off the plate, 1-1. 2 away here in the top half of the first. T.J. Dove led off the inning with a chop single over the first baseman, Gazzo. He was then thrown out from right to Tilton over at second as Yukamoto put it up the middle. Count now 1-2. Diana walked, so that had runners on first and second, and then Dylan Pierce just blew it by on the 2-2 to Logan Worm. First strikeout of the Rogues' 2017 season. 1 ball, 2 strikes here with 2 away to Josh Winkler. Pierce comes to his set. High leg kick, delivery. Put on the ground to second. Tilton scoops it, flips to second. We're out of the first inning. The Yuba City Bears get nothing across. They strand 2, 1 hit, no errors. We'll go to the bottom half of the first inning. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com.
Now, back to Harry and David Field. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball.
Welcome back to Harry and David Field, bottom of the first, no score. Get you the starting lineup for the Medford Rogues as they appear in the batting order. Leading things off, the center fielder, number 10, Connor Lowry, batting in the second spot. The catcher, number 20, Dante Gutierrez. Batting third, the left fielder, number 2, Johnny De La Cruz. Batting cleanup, the right fielder, number 27, Jake Helwig. Batting fifth, the third baseman, number 7, Josh Berman. Batting sixth, the first baseman, number 22, Jake Gazzo. Batting seventh, number 8, Scotty Wright. And batting ninth, the designated hitter, Taylor Frost. And Bryce Tilton also in the batting lineup, rounding out the lineup there for the Rogues. They're facing a right-hander, Landon Mitchell. First pitch on the way. Upstairs, 1 ball, no strikes. Lawrence, the catcher for the Yuba City Bears. Winkler at third, Cortez at short. Yukamoto at second, and Diana over at first. Nelson in left, Dove in center, Quinones in right. Second pitch of the at-bat coming. Also up and in. 2 balls, no strikes. Couple players for Yuba City played for the Marysville Gold Sox last year. 2 players that actually came up to bat in the first inning. Leadoff hitter TJ Dove hit .238 last season for the Gold Sox. And Logan Worm hit .267 for Marysville last season. 3 balls, no strikes to start off the bottom half of the first inning for the right-hander Mitchell. Mitchell gets the 3-0 sign, leg kick, and fires right over the heart of the plate for a strike, 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike. Broken bat, hit on the ground to the third baseman, fired across the diamond for the out. Winkler made the play with ease, but that bat almost went into the infield dirt. Gutierrez steps in. That would 5-3 in the scorer's book for those of you keeping track at home. As you see on your screen, it's a Ram $2 Tuesday, thanks to the Ram Restaurant and Brewery. So if you're thinking about coming out on a Tuesday, it's just $2 to get a seat to hang out in the bleachers. And there's no bad seat, Harry and David Field. So the bleachers, hey, some might say it might be a better experience than sitting in those chairback seats known as the strike zone of the Hiltz family section. Stepping in, Gutierrez batting from the left-hand side. Right-hander deals. Off the plate, 1 ball, no strikes. Invite you to follow us on our social media platforms as well. At Medford Rogues on Twitter. At Medford Rogues Baseball on Facebook. Instagram as well, at Medford Rogues. Always trying to give you the behind-the-scenes look of your Medford Rogues. The 1-0 on the way. Outside corner called strike, 1-1. Trying to rally the fans here a bit. A nice crowd, I must say, here at Harry and David Field to open things up. Friends at Sport Clips are out here as well, if you want to swing down. The 1-1 on the way. Blows it by Gutierrez. May have gotten a piece. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Lowry led off the inning. A broken bat ground out. Fired from Winkler over in the hot corner to Diana at first. Here's the 1-2 on the way. Off the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes. It may have been rumored that tonight's K-batter did indeed strike out in the top half of the first inning. I think fans might be getting some cold beverages for a discounted rate now. Not something you'll dislike if you come out to the ballpark. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. Mitchell. In the delivery, fires. Off-speed mixer gets him swinging for the strikeout. This brings up Johnny De La Cruz, University of Louisiana at Monroe. Yes, that is Division I baseball, folks. De La Cruz had a great season for them. The team average and the record, not so pretty, but De La Cruz got in there and played almost every single day in the outfield for the D1 program. They did not make the postseason, to my knowledge, but De La Cruz actually got injured, collided a couple weeks ago when they were playing at Ole Miss, flew into the left field fence and broke a couple things. We actually have that info on our Facebook page and Twitter accounts if you want to know exactly what happened. Takes the first pitch for a strike. Quickly the second one, putting it over to the hot corner. 2 bouncer to Winkler, fires across the diamond, and a quick 3 up, 3 down for the Rogues in the bottom half of the first inning. Nothing across, no one left, no errors. We're scoreless after 1. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com. Welcome back to Harry and David Field. Top of the second inning. First pitch from Dylan Pierce. Swung on and missed by Alex Cortez. High heat. Count 0-1. Quickly moving on the 0-1. Catches the outside corner for a strike. Count 0-2. In a groove here is Pierce against the 6-hitter Alex Cortez. Goes to Yuba College. The 0-2 delivery in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The Rogues went down in order in the bottom half of the first. 2 groundouts over to the hot corner, and then a strikeout by Gutierrez. The 1-2. Fouled straight back and out of play.
Fans remember to contact Bill's Glass with the
The
official
1-2 put in play to the shortstop, right. Makes the play across the diamond. Nice play by Scotty Wright. Took it on the backhand and fired across for the out.
At the top of the second, we have 4 runs.
Pierce delivers the 1-1. Up and away, 2 balls and a strike. This is Colin Lawrence. Steps in with 2 outs. The 2-1 delivery. Late on the swing, a high chopper over to third. Fired across the diamond. Strong arm, strong out. 3 up, 3 down for the Yuba City Bears in the top half of the second. We'll go to the bottom half. We're still scoreless, and we're live from Harry and David Field in Medford. Welcome back to Harry and David Field, bottom half of the second inning. We're still scoreless. This brings up the cleanup hitter, Jake Hellwig. First pitch, right over the heart of the plate for a strike. The count 0-1. The right-hander quickly makes it 0-2.
Batting next is number 7, Josh Berman.
Apologize for the technical difficulties here. Trying to make sure our audio quality is top-notch here for you back at home. Again, for those of you on the live chat, we see Scott's tuning in, Derek as well. Hello to both of you. Make sure you let us know if things are good, things are great. We want it to be good and great. Hellwig gets hit by a pitch and is over at first base rather. This brings up Josh Berman. And Hellwig steals second. That pitch is a ball, so Hellwig over in scoring position. Berman is going to trot down and talk to head coach and skipper Josh Hogan. Jeff Lyle, the first base coach for the Medford Rogues. And I got to be honest with you, the Medford Rogues have, I'm going to bow down here in the booth to Jeff Lyle for everything he has done to keep this field intact. There's been so much baseball, believe it or not, on this field over the last, well, 3-4 days with the Memorial Day tournament. It's a 14U Medford Parks and Rec tournament that was just consuming this ballpark. We're back, resumed here in play. Mitchell from the stretch has Berman at a 1-ball, no strike count. Hellwig over at second. Mitchell stares at second and delivers. Hellwig puts in the play to the shortstop. They stared on over the third. Hellwig's going to advance, but they fire out Berman at first. He moves him over. So Hellwig stole a base. Berman moves him over. This brings up Jake Gazzo, the first baseman, hitting in the 6th spot with a runner 90 feet away and just 1 out. Rumor has it Jake Gazzo was hitting some over the Les Schwab Tire Center in yesterday's batting practice. We'll see if he's got what it takes here in the home opener. Bottom half of the second inning, we are scoreless. Just 1 hit on the board, and that coming for the Yuba City Bears. Gazzo, the 6 hitter, has a man 90 feet away with 1 away. First pitch, Mitchell drops it off the table, but outside, count 1-0. So I think we've got everything mastered here. We're trying to make sure our broadcast is up and running. We sound good for you. It is day 1. We've got a new system. I love to be honest with everyone out there. We're trying to make things happen. So if we can make the experience any better, just let us know on the YouTube live stream. 1-0. That one off the plate. 2 balls, no strikes. Just a great evening here at Harry and David Field. About 70 degrees. Looks like some fans are out there enjoying some cold ones. We'd love to see that. That's the big point of coming to the ballpark. 2 balls, no strikes. Inside, count quickly at 3-0. Count 3 balls, no strikes. Hellwig over at third. Got on after being hit by a pitch. The 3-0. Mitchell delivers. Upstairs, ball 4. Runners on the corners. Here in the bottom half of the second inning, this brings up Scotty Wright, the shortstop.
Up next, number 8, Scotty Wright.
Thanks to Fred Meyer, the Rogues will offer specially priced family ticket packages for each Sunday home game. 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, 4 fountain drinks, and 4 souvenir baseballs for just $44. And these ticket packages are only offered at each of the 3 Fred Meyer stores located in the Rogue Valley. Don't miss out on the fun. It's Fred Meyer Family Fun Sundays. Runners on the corners with 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Hellwig at third. Gazzo at first. Scotty Wright steps in. Righty-righty matchup. Mitchell. Long hold. Delivers. Off the plate and low. 1-0. Little squeeze up towards second base for the shortstop and the second baseman. Other than that, everyone else playing pretty honest. Outfield normal depth. Mitchell deals the 1-0. Up and in. 2 balls, no strikes. Always good to recognize the Medford Rogues in the organization. By that we mean minor league baseball, trying to climb up to the big leagues. Seth Brown, Ramon Laureano, Chris DeVito, Matt Page, Chad Hocken, Hector Lujan, all in the show right now, or at least part of the show, trying to get to the big show. Check over to first, nothing doing there. Returning Rogues in tonight's starting lineup. It features 3 of them. Connor Lowry, the leadoff hitter, Johnny De La Cruz batting third and left, and Dylan Pierce on the mound for Medford. 2 balls, no strikes. Hellwig over at third with Gazzo at first. The 2-0 from the right-hander. That one fouled away, 2-1.
That one's heading to the Bills' glass zone.
Scotty Wright got a good piece of that. Pitch was about belt high and on the outside part of the plate. He fended that one off. Count 1-2. Thank you to Don for letting us know that the sound is better. We were trying to make that happen for you since the first pitch. Appreciate that, Don. 2 balls and a strike with 1 out. Man, what an awesome night here at Harry and David Field. For those of you living locally, just tuning in, we'd love to see you at the park tomorrow night for Fire Prevention Night. Smokey Bear going to be here throwing out the first pitch. The Yuba City Bears back in town for Game 2 of 3 of our opening series, a 6-game homestand for the Medford Rogues. For those of you listening down in the Yuba City area, in the Marysville area tonight, we thank you for listening and thank you for joining us as well. Count is 3-1. Scotty Wright sees the 3-1 pitch and lifts it to the right side of the infield. Doesn't make it out of the infield. The second baseman, Trey Yukamoto, makes the easy catch. And there's 2 outs. Taylor Frost, a designated hitter, will step in.
Number 15, Taylor Frost.
The Rogues have something brewing here. Jake Hellwig really got him going. After getting hit, earning his way on, stealing second. Then Josh Berman, the 5-hitter, actually had a conversation with Josh Hogan, the manager over at third base. He put the ball in play, and Hellwig got over to third base. Doesn't get much better than that. So this brings up the 8-hitter Taylor Frost. 2 outs. Mitchell delivers. First pitch is a strike. They'll try to throw down to first to pick him off, but Hellwig is going to score after that one goes into right field. Another overthrow. Another opportunity for the Rogues to score. That one over in left field now, and a runner quickly moves over to third base. The Rogues lead 1-0, and Jake Gazzo is now 90 feet away. Boy, things got ugly for the Bears right away. After Lawrence bounced it over to first, Diana couldn't handle it. It goes out into right. It was an easy one there for Hellwig, who ended up stealing second base. He got to trot home. Umpires are going to have a discussion, a brief discussion. They'll hand the baseball back to the pitchers and settle some things down. So the Bears will have a quick conference and a runner over on third base. Gazzo is now at third after being at first just seconds ago. So the Rogues lead 1-0 here in the bottom half of the second inning. Count is 0-1 to Taylor Frost. 1 ball and 1 strike. Now that pitch low. So Hellwig scores on the error. Haven't heard the true official scoring. They gave him 2 errors on that play. That one lifted to center field. Ranging back is Dove, and he makes the catch. And the Bears get out of the inning. 1 run, no hits, 2 errors, and a runner left on base for the Medford Rogues. We finished 2 innings here at Harry and David Field. We'll be back with the top of the third. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com. Welcome back. Top of the third. Dylan Pierce, 1 pitch. That one grounded to first, and an easy play for Gazzo. 2 bounce right on the foul line, and Gazzo scoops it up. Makes the easy play unassisted. That was the 9-hitter, Jarrell Quinones. This brings up the leadoff batter, TJ Dove. So 1 pitch, 1 out. Doesn't get much better than that. And an easy play for Gazzo at first. Rogues lead 1-0 here in the top of the third inning. Pierce delivers off the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. Pierce delivers the 1-0. Off the plate, 2 balls and no strikes. The right-hander deals the 2-0. That one fouled straight back, nearly coming towards our window. 2-1. Count 2 balls and a strike as Dylan Pierce waits for the sign from Gutierrez. Inside part of the plate. And just stared at there for a strike. Off the plate, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Pierce, the full count delivery with none away. Ball 4 upstairs.
Number 2, Trey Yakamoto.
Yukamoto steps in. Takes the first 2 pitches inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Trying to get settled in here for game number 1. So I apologize for a couple pauses in the action. We're trying to get things just right for you back home. Count 2-0. Dub over at first after earning the walk. 3 balls, no strikes, as that one nearly clips him. Dub has been on base twice now. Had a leadoff single to start the game, and honestly, Dylan Pierce has been pretty darn good since then. Pierce from the stretch, the 3-0 count. Over the heart of the plate for a strike. 3-1, the count to Yukamoto, the left-handed hitter. Hawaii Pacific University. Pierce's numbers this season for Southwest Oregon Community College, stellar. 2 complete games, 46 innings pitched, 14 earned runs, 41 hits, 52 strikeouts with a 2.74 ERA. Having a little control problem here, walking the second 2 batters of this bottom top of the 3rd inning. So with 1 away here in the top of the 3rd, Pierce has 2 runners on, first and second. First pitch, curveball in there for a strike. Dominic Diana, who actually walked as well in the first, has the count of 0-1. Pierce has allowed 3 players on base as a result of walking them. That one outside 1-1. And Jeff Lyle's going to come on out and chat his veteran right-hander here. Dub at second. And Yukamoto over at first. Diana has the 1-1 count to him. So Lyle out there just calming him down. Got a final score for you from some local Southern Oregon high school baseball and softball. North Medford, as a 3 seed in the 6A softball tournament, moved on in a win over Tualatin today, 4-3. They move on to the championship Saturday portion in Corvallis. That is a sweet feeling. They get to play at Oregon State. That's a ton of fun. That one fouled straight back. Count is 0-1 to Diana. That one off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Just 1 hit allowed by Dylan Pierce in this ballgame. That just so happened to be the first batter of the game, TJ Dub, who stands at second base after being walked here in this inning. Rogues lead 1-0, pouncing in the bottom half of the second inning. Here's the 1-1 delivery from Pierce, fouled straight back into the screen. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Logan Worm on deck, victim of Dylan Pierce's only strikeout so far in this one. That one lifted to right field. It's going to turn itself foul, and I think we saw a nice catch on the berm. Nope, slipped through the uprights. We'll keep things going with a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Almost a stellar grab there on the berm. And it's nice to see people taking in the berm here today. Here's the 1-2. Tried to blow the fastball right by him. That one low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. And a 1-0 lead for the Medford Rogues here in the top of the 3rd inning. 2 runners on for the Yuba City Bears. The right-hander deals a comebacker off the glove. It's going to dribble to the second baseman. In time over at first. What a play by Bryce Tilton. Comes over off the ricochet from Dylan Pierce, and he makes a stellar play on the run. Den-in-it, den-in-it. One of those great plays by the middle infielders. 2 outs and 2 runners in scoring position. So this brings up Logan Worm. You hear the swing, batter, batter, swing. Trace Atkins, famous for maybe more than just this one song, but used it almost every ballpark around the country. And tonight he's our K batter. Fouls that one away, count 0-1. So Yukamoto at second, Dove at third. Diana, victim of a 1-4-3 putout. Obviously more 4-3 if you look at it that way for Tilton, who made the hard play. Good job by Dylan Pierce to get out of the way. Count 0-1. And that one's going to get by the catcher, and a run will easily score. Official scorekeeper B.G. Gould says wild pitch. I have to agree. So TJ Double, come on home. And we're all tied at 1 here in the top of the 3rd.
You're taking home nearly $300. Find the guys in the blue shirts.
So now a runner at third base. That is Trey Yukamoto. Worm at the plate with a 1-1 count. 2 outs, and we're tied at 1. As one comes home on a wild pitch. Pierce bears down just off the plate. Looks like that one might have been in the zone, but Gutierrez was coming across. May have pushed it out. 2 balls and a strike. I'll tell you, this Rogues lineup has some character. The battery is a D1 battery now. Dylan Pierce going to Oregon State. Gutierrez, a product of San Diego, pretty much born and raised in that area. St. Augustine High School prepped, and then went on to play his freshman season, getting a couple of bats with the Division I University of San Diego squad. The Rogues are well advertised all across the board. Junior college, D1, you name it. Off speed, Tilton stays down on it over at second, flips to first in time, and we are out of the top of the 3rd. But 1 run comes across on a wild pitch. They'll strand 1, and we're midway through the 3rd. We'll go to the bottom half. Rogues 1, Bears 1, bottom half of the 3rd. Coming up, you'll listen to Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com.
Burgers and bowls. We offer veggie.
Check out the Medford Rogues this summer. Visit MedfordRogues.com and click the Tickets tab to pick your seats for the next night out at Harry and David Field.
Welcome back to Harry and David Field, bottom of the third inning. Mitchell's first pitch and off speed, 1 ball, no strikes. Bryce Tilton, who made a couple really nice plays in the field in the top half of this inning, steps in here as the 9-hitter, his first plate appearance in this one. We are at a 1-1 ball game here in the bottom of the third. A great crowd on hand tonight at Harry and David Field. Why aren't you here? Well, you're in a good space with us here on MedfordRogues.com. Tilton grounds out over to second. Familiar territory for him. 1 away here in the bottom of the third. This brings up the leadoff hitter, Connor Lowry. I can't stress enough how many times I was on Twitter during the offseason, our offseason that is, and I saw Connor Lowry hits another home run, plays junior college at Blackhawk Junior College in Illinois, and was an all-star last year in the inaugural Great West League season. One of 9 all-stars for the Medford Rogues last year. Now, the all-star game is a little different this year. I'm not sure if I like it, so league officials, I hope you don't hate me for speaking out a little bit on it. But everyone's playing the Chico Heat. I don't know. 2 straight curveballs. That one crosses the inside part of the plate for a strike. That one a called strike, count 1-2. The count 1-2. Lowry fends that one off. Fouls it way out of play here. Got a 50-50 raffle going on here at the ballpark. I think that was for that really awesome South Medford band we heard do the national anthem earlier today. Count 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 away. Mitchell, the right-hander, catches the sign from Lawrence. Puts his windup into motion here. Leg kicks, fires. Lowry rips it into center field. A base hit for Connor Lowry. And the first hit of 2017 for the Medford Rogues. Brings up Gutierrez with a runner over on first. De La Cruz on deck. Mitchell from the stretch has 1 out and a runner on. We're tied at 1 here in the bottom of the third. Gutierrez stepping in the left-handed batter's box. Righty-lefty matchup here. Mitchell delivers. Runner is often moving, and an easy slide in. Stolen base for Lowry without a throw, and Lawrence couldn't even get it out of the glove. Stolen bag there for the Rogues. Second stolen base of the evening for Medford. Jake Hellwig with the first in the second inning. He would eventually come around to score on that wacky play where the ball seemed to go all over the place. Thrown into right field, thrown into left field. Hellwig walked home from third. That's how the Rogues got their one and only run here. In the bottom of the third, we're even at 1 apiece. 1 ball, no strikes. Runner on second base. That one low. 2-0 the count at Gutierrez. Rogues fans, if you're looking for a used car or truck, why not head to the dealer that'll give you the best quality vehicle at the best price? Crater Lake Ford uses real-time tracking software to research similar makes within hundreds of miles to give you the best car shopping experience while saving you time and money. Crater Lake Ford, right cars and trucks, right prices, right experiences. Visit CraterLakeFord.com. Mitchell stares down to second, deals on the 2-0. Fouled straight back, 2-1. De La Cruz on deck. He grounded out to end the first inning. Both Lowry and De La Cruz went to the left side. They were just pulling and tugging on Mitchell's fastball. Count is 2-1. Mitchell glances at second, holds, decent leg kick, and delivers. That one above the letters, 3-1. Three balls, one strike here for opening night at Harry and David Field. One out. Gutierrez swings and misses. It gets by the catcher, Lawrence. A pass ball there, and Lowry now 90 feet away. Count is 3 balls and 2 strikes for Dante Gutierrez. Mitchell deals the 3-2 with one away. Gutierrez hits it to straightaway center field. The catch is made in center. Lowry tags. A strong throw to the plate, well off the mark, and the Rogues lead 2-1. Sacrifice fly for Dante Gutierrez, and that one couldn't have worked out any better. Pass ball got Lowry to third. Then Gutierrez just hit it hard to center. Lowry has scored. Hellwig has scored. It's a 2-1 lead with 2 out here at the bottom of the third. So 2 away here, and the Rogues lead 2-1. 1 hit for Medford in this inning. 1 hit in this ball game. No one on for Johnny De La Cruz. Mitchell, first pitch inside on the heater. 1 ball, no strikes. Count 1-0 to De La Cruz. Mitchell perhaps a little overextension there. Rears back, it fires. That one well out of the zone. 2 balls, no strikes. I'm never good at this whole estimating thing, but I got to be over 1,000 people here tonight. What a nice crowd. Most taking in the shade over on the third base side. That's a popular spot. Got some media here this evening as well. Folks from KTBL News 10, KDRV News Watch 12 in the building. Make sure you check them all out for Rogues coverage tonight at 11 o'clock. De La Cruz hits that one to right field. Quinones goes back 3 steps, dances, makes the catch. We are out of the third inning. It's a 2-1 lead for the Medford Rogues after 3. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com. Welcome back to the top of the fourth inning. Josh Winkler steps in, hits that over to the left side. Nice play made there by Scotty Wright. Second great play for Scotty right now. Alex Cortez hits his first one well out of play. Count 0-1. One away here in the top of the fourth inning. Rogues lead 2-1. Winkler hit that second pitch over to the shortstop, Scotty Wright, and he has made not one but two great plays over there on the left side. I'll tell you, the middle infielders have been stellar here for the Rogues. Tilton has been great over at second. Wright has made two plays over at shortstop. That one lifted to right center field. And a diving catch made in right by Jake Helwig. Have a day, kid. Brendan Nelson steps in. This brings up Brendan Nelson with 2 outs. Pierce has no one on. He's really settled in here, surrendering just one hit. It says a couple walks in this ballgame, which is not overly characteristic of Dylan, at least what we've seen in the course of the regular season for his time at Southwest Oregon Community College. And something I know he prides himself on is the command. 2 balls, no strikes. Pierce has 2 outs. Nice help there and right by Jake Helwig. What a play. That one hit hard. That one hit deep. Nelson going to the track and right. Helwig couldn't make the catch. Nelson is on his horse, and he stands up at second. And that one thrown over in left field. It'll be a bang-bang play at third, but they couldn't pick it up. A double and an error on Jake Helwig after he makes a crazy catch on the dive. Couldn't see that one. Perhaps a little sunshine involved over there as well. Still 2 outs. Colin Lawrence, the 8-hitter, steps in. He ended the second inning, hitting the hot corner, and a nice play by Josh Berman to finish it. Tomorrow night is fire prevention night here at the ballpark with Smokey Bear throwing out the first pitch. Now, I would say it doesn't get much better than Smokey Bear throwing out the first pitch, but I would be wrong because tonight we may have had the best first pitch. And we'll get to that in just a moment. Preston Fowler will join me in a few minutes. Soon as we get this third out, we will hand Preston the microphone. We'll have a big, educated conversation about baseball. I think we can do that, right? He's standing behind me looking at me like I'm crazy. I don't blame him. Count is 0-1. Puts that one on the ground. Pierce dives for it, flips it to first, makes the play, gets out of the own jam. So he had little help from Jake Helwig. Then Helwig may have lost it, but the Rogues still own a 2-1 lead here after the top of the fourth. We are not going anywhere because we're just going to talk some baseball. So, Preston, I'm going to hand you this microphone. You can hold it right here. I'll even let you hold it. That's perfect. What's going on, buddy? How are you?
Good.
I know you can't hear yourself, so I'll do the same. Ready? I'll make it the same so I can't hear. So you went out and threw out the first pitch tonight. Why did you get that opportunity? I know it, but for the fans at home, why did you get to throw out the first pitch of 2017 for the Medford Rogues?
So my mom asked me if I could help a kid like pay money and play a sport like baseball or something, and so I said yeah, and so like would you rather want that or a baseball present? I mean a birthday present.
I knew what you meant. And what did you decide?
I wanted to help a kid I wanted a kid to play baseball with.
And I think that was awesome, and that's why I decided we need to get you here to throw out the first pitch. Not because we don't think you can throw in front of over 1,000 people. We knew you got game, but because what you did was so awesome. I think a lot of people can learn from something like that. What was your first pitch like? Did you warm up? Is the arm sore? Take me through it a little bit.
Well, I started warming up with my brother, and we started warming up, and so like my arms kind of got loose. So like when I threw it, it didn't really hurt as much.
Now you're wearing an athletics jersey, an A's jersey for short. That is a team that a lot of people, a lot of old timers in Medford, cough cough, some people in the next room here, they know. You might not know, but what is the team that you're supporting? What baseball team are you on?
The athletics.
Okay,
the
so
A's.
which Little League do you play in?
Medford Little League.
So now I've heard through the grapevine that you might be playing for a championship this week. Is that true?
Yes.
Are you excited?
Yes.
So when is that?
It's Thursday, and if we lose, we play on Friday.
All right, we've got about 2 seconds here. Who came to the game with you tonight?
Some of my baseball teams and some friends.
Preston Fowler, you're 9 years old, right?
Yes.
And you threw a great first pitch. I may have blinked during it. Was it a great first pitch? I think it was a great first pitch. Thank you for joining me on the broadcast. You did great on radio. I think you could take my job someday.
Okay.
Maybe tomorrow. I might
Okay.
want to go for a walk around the park.
Okay.
Awesome, man. You look great in that Rogues hat. Congratulations. Enjoy the rest of the game, okay? All right, back to the action here at Harry and David Field. Jake Hellwig steps in, takes the 0-1 pitch, hits it to the left center field gap. That one is going to drop. Hellwig rounds first, and he's going to stand up at second with an easy double. Man, Jake Hellwig here in the last half inning in the field made a great sliding catch in right, and then here at home plate, putting on a show for the Medford Rogues fans here at Harry and David Field. So no outs here. And Hellwig over at second. This brings up Josh Berman. Those that know Medford baseball, they know Josh Berman, a Medford Mustang, played on this field last summer. It's great to see the transition of Medford Mustang to Medford Rogue. I know we have that with a couple guys on this team. Perhaps tomorrow's starting pitcher, if I am not to be mistaken. We might have another Medford Mustang in the house tomorrow night on the hill. Runner on second base, that is Jake Hellwig here, no outs. Berman, a righty-righty matchup with Mitchell. Here's the first pitch of the at-bat, upstairs, 1 ball, no strikes. Two 2-1 lead for Medford here in the bottom of the fourth inning, and they're looking to do a little more. That one ripped down the third base line. It's a fair ball. Hellwig is going to come around and score. Berman motors into second base with an RBI double, and the Rogues lead 3-1. Hellwig has scored twice in this ball game. Josh Berman hit that one hard. This will trigger a quick timeout by the Yuba City Bears, located just 5 minutes from the I-5 in Grants Pass. Hellgate Jet Boat Excursions is the only place you need to go for the ultimate Rogue River experience. Jet through historic Hellgate Canyon, lounge at the exclusive OK Corral, and feast on all-you-can-eat homemade barbecue. That sounds good right about now. Visit www.hellgate.com to book your experience, because that's what it is, an experience. Book that today at www.hellgate.com. So Josh Berman drove in Jake Hellwig. And Hellwig has now scored both runs in this ball game. An RBI for Berman. He's 1 for 2 in his Rogues debut. Mound visit is over. Like I say, it looks daunting. Jake Gazzo steps in, a big frame. Jake Gazzo is a tall, tall man. I'm 6'3", and looking down from a bird's eye view, and I just get intimidated up here saying his name. No outs, runner on second. Gazzo looks at that one off the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. Count 1-0. Mitchell is going to stare at the sign. He deals the 1-0 big swing by Gazzo, and coincidentally, I feel a nice breeze. I think that's actually because we have the fan going up here. Count 1-1. No outs here. 3 hits for the Rogues and a 3-1 lead for Medford here in the bottom of the fourth inning. One ball, one strike. Mitchell looks at second. That one upstairs, 2-1. Count at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Gazzo walked and was stranded at third in the second inning. Rogues actually got a run early in the second. Gazzo looks at that one off the plate and low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2. Gazzo gets fooled, and he swings through that one, trots down the first on the drop third strike, but he gets thrown out.
Number 8, Taylor Frost. Correction, Scotty Wright.
So Gazzo grounds out, rather strikes out and gets thrown out. So a K there on Gazzo. Scotty Wright steps in, flew out in the infield to the second baseman in the second inning. With 1 away, that one upstairs, 1 ball, no strikes. A 3-1 lead for the Medford Rogues. 3 hits, 1 error by the Yuba City Bears. That's contributed to where we are right now. A 3-1 lead for Medford here in the season opener, the 2017 Great West League season, getting underway on my mother's birthday. If you're listening from back there in Connecticut, happy birthday, Mom. 2 balls, no strikes to Scotty Wright, who has just been a force to be reckoned with over in the deep hole there at shortstop today. Made some great plays. 2 balls, no strikes. Mitchell gazes at second, goes to the plate. Curveball is low, 3 balls, no strikes. And here's the 3-0 from Mitchell. Ball 4. So runners on first and second. And this brings up Bryce Tilton. Rather, Taylor Frost. And it looks like that might be it for Mitchell. They are going to go to the bullpen, so we will step aside. It's a 3-1 Medford Rogues lead here in the bottom of the 4th inning with 1 out and 2 runners on are the Rogues. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com. Welcome back to Harry and David Field. We do have a pitching change. Tyler Minton, the right-hander, comes in for the Yuba City Bears. Thanks to all of you listening on the live stream tonight. We've got someone checking in from Texas. Thanks, James, for listening from Texas. Go Rogues, James says on our live stream. You should be able to comment along, too, and follow us along on our social media platforms. First pitch strike against Taylor Frost. At Medford Rogues on Twitter and Instagram, at Medford Rogues Baseball on Facebook. And, of course, write your complaints. We'll take that snail mail. 2929 South Pacific Highway, Medford, Oregon. If you can't stand the broadcaster, at least give me some time to keep the job. Count 0-1. That one missing. 1 ball, 1 strike. Got some local baseball scores for you. St. Mary's School here in Medford getting a 3-2 win in the state tournament over Stanfield Echo. Crater beating Crescent Valley in the 5A baseball tournament 9-5. And Henley from our friends over in the Klamath Basin taking care of Philoma 13-0. You know, the Hornets were a ton of fun to watch last year in Kaiser, Oregon, winning a state championship. And I was fortunate enough to be on hand. That one fouled straight back and into the Hiltz family section. Man, if I had my window open, I might have been able to catch that. Count 1 ball, 2 strikes to Taylor Frost. Minton's first batter faced here is Frost with runners on first and second, 1 out, 1 ball, 2 strikes, and a 3-1 lead for the Rogues here in the bottom of the 4th inning. The right-hander comes to a full set. Stares at second, slide step delivery, bounces, nice stop there by Colin Lawrence. Rogue Regency Inn and Suites is the official host hotel of the Medford Rogues. Whether you're in Southern Oregon for a quick stay or longer visit, Rogue Regency has a warm, casually elegant atmosphere with plenty to offer, including Chadwick's, the official sports bar of the Medford Rogues. Make sure you head to the post-game party headquarters, Chadwick's Pub and Sports Bar, and the Rogue Regency Inn and Suites. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 away. Frost, the right-handed batter, has flown out to end the 2nd inning, takes that one low into the dirt, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Minton stares down at Lawrence to catch the sign. And here's the 3-2. Off speed, called strike 3, got Taylor Frost fooled for the 2nd out of the inning.
Next up to bat, number 1.
This brings up the 9-hitter Bryce Tilton. Tilton led off the 3rd inning and grounded out to second base. Actually, it seems like forever ago when Jake Hellwig came around to score. Rogues have pushed a run across in this inning. Here in the bottom of the 4th. First pitch, Bender in the dirt, 1 ball, no strikes. Heroes is the new place for gourmet subs, wraps, salads, and burgers. People are really talking about how Heroes is the best sandwich shop in town. Come give us a try. Eat like a hero. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Thanks for listening on MedfordRogues.com. We'll be here with you all season long, on the road, at home. Runners are moving as that one bounces to Lawrence. He can't get up in time and fire anything off. Both runners advance, both in scoring position with a 2-0 count and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. So Berman over at 3rd, right at 2nd. A 2-0 count to Bryce Tilton. In a good spot here. And the right-hander comes to a set. 2 balls, no strikes. He deals. Hit one straight back into the screen. 2 balls and a strike. Again, thanks to all of you joining us live on our YouTube stream. Hope you're enjoying it. You know, we always wish we could bring video to you, but then, you know, we set the bar high and you want more. So we kept it audio this year. Hope you enjoy it. sounds of the ballpark. We try to keep things accurate here. Runners on second and third. A 2-1 count, 2 outs here at the bottom of the fourth, a 3-1 lead for the Rogues. The pitch is driven into right field. It's going to drop. 1 run scores. Josh Hogan sends another. The right fielder is bobbled. He has tripped, and a stand-up double for Bryce Tilton, and a 2 RBI double for the newcomer. Well, that gets the fans going. Josh Berman comes around to score. Scotty Wright motors around from second to score. Helwig, Berman, and Wright have all scored here in the fourth inning. This brings up the leadoff batter, Connor Lowry. The fans getting into it now, as they should. Rogues on top 5-1 here in the season opener at Harry and David Field. And just a great atmosphere. Thanks to all the corporate and community partners that have made this possible. Another great night at Harry and David Field. Nothing like it in Southern Oregon. Lowry rips it to center field. A diving center fielder, Dove, misses. That one's going to go all the way to the wall. Lowry on his horse. After a run scores, he gets over to third. He's going to stand up, triple over at third, and he drives in. Bryce Tilton. Rogues fans on their feet. Tilton comes around and scores. It's a 6-1 lead for the Rogues. Lowry over at third with 2 outs. Dante Gutierrez steps in. Two outs here in the bottom of the fourth. Gutierrez steps in. 4 runs here in the bottom half of this inning. The Rogues have really come alive. 5 hits in this game for Medford. Count 1 ball, no strikes to Gutierrez. That one low and in the dirt. Nice stop by Lawrence. He's been tested back there between both pitchers for Yuba City. I think we've got a full house tonight of photographers as well, staff photographers. And the 2-0 pitch. Low, 3 balls, no strikes. So 4 runs have come across this inning. Bryce Tilton, the most recent to score, he had a 2 RBI double. And then Connor Lowry got things going. Was able to bring Tilton home. A 6-1 lead for the Rogues. 3-0 count to Gutierrez. That one over the heart of the plate for a strike. So I think we've got, looks like Mike, Al, Bob, and Anthony all in the house tonight taking photos for us. So really appreciate that. Make sure you pop on over to medfordrogues.com after the game for a quick game release, and also live on Facebook after the game. We'll do a quick wrap-up of this one. Count quickly at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Thanks to our producer tonight, Jonathan Kerman, putting in the work. Always appreciate that, and our great intern crew. It is a wild first night for us here at the ballpark, let me say, and it's just the best when everything comes together and the Rogues are able to tack on a 6-1 lead. Gutierrez looks at that one. The count was 3-0. He stared at 2 strikes, and now he walks. Runners on the corners with 2 outs. Brings up fan favorite Johnny De La Cruz. I don't know who started the saying, but Johnny's got ducks in the pond right now. Something I used to hear in Little League. I think those coaches brainwashed me, but we've got runners on the corners with 2 outs. A 6-1 lead in favor of the Medford Rogues here at home. Brian Schnee with you live here on medfordrogues.com. Mary's Barbecue, tender, juicy, slow-smoked meat, homemade sides, and friendly service. It's easy for anyone in Southern Oregon to get to. Mary's Barbecue at 841 East Pine Street in Central Point. Follow them on Facebook or their website, marysbarbecueplace.com. 2 outs, runners on the corners. First pitch, Bender in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes. Count is at 1-0. They'll check over to first. Gutierrez slides in safely. You know, it's a good night when the boys are going to have to do a little laundry after the game. And they're back at it tomorrow, 6:35 first pitch back here at Harry and David Field. 1 ball, no strikes. Minton deals. At the knees, looked good from upstairs, a little bit low. 2 balls, no strikes. Again, just to recap in favor of some of our local Southern Oregon high school programs, North Medford taking care of Tualatin tonight, 4-3. They move on to Saturday's big championship bracket over at Oregon State. Henley as well on the softball and baseball sides. Boy, they are just feeding them something over in the basin. The Hornets are just cruising in the 4A bracket. Crater baseball moving on, and St. Mary's baseball also moving on. And I believe also still looking for a brand new head coach for next year. So what a way to send them out. 3 balls, no strikes. Gutierrez on that ball in the dirt advances to second, and a 4-pitch walk. Things getting ugly for the Bears. This brings up Jake Hellwig, and his walk-up song has the words swaggin' and ballin', and I got to say I agree. We will digest that comment a bit and come on back and put you into the perspective here. It's a 6-1 lead for the Rogues. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Here at Harry and David Field, the bottom of the 4th. We're going to step aside and come on back here. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com.
Now, back to Harry and David Field. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball.
Welcome back to Harry and David Field. Noah Gilmore, the third pitcher of the evening so far for the Yuba City Bears. Already thrown from the stretch. First pitch fouled away to the cleanup hitter, Jake Hellwig. Let's set the stage for you here in the bottom of the 4th. 4 runs have come across. The Rogues have batted around as Hellwig actually had a double to lead off the inning. He came around and scored. The bases are stacked for the Rogues right now. Count 0-1 with 2 outs. Righty-lefty matchup up and in on Hellwig. And he checks out the right-hander Gilmore after that pitch. Count 1-1. Got to say, it's a remarkable opening night crowd here in Medford. A lot of things you could be doing, but we appreciate you coming out to the ballpark. At the very least, if you couldn't make it, you put up with me for 9 innings. More power to you. Count nothing in 1. Rather 1 and 1. Now 2 balls and a strike. Count is 2 and 1 here with 2 outs. Lowry at third, Gutierrez at second, De La Cruz at first after a walk. Minton couldn't even get out of the inning. Big swing by Hellwig. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Right-hander checks the sign and comes to a set. 2 and 2 with 2 outs. Fouled away into the screen. Count remains even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fans, I can't tell you how many times we've had to replace a window here at the ballpark because of a stray fly ball. When we need our windows fixed or replaced, the only team we trust are the folks at Bill's Glass, with locations in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass. Bill's Glass is the fastest and most affordable glass service in Southern Oregon. Broken bat right back to the pitcher. Fired over the first, and they'll get out of the inning. A big swing there by Hellwig, but 4 runs come across for the Rogues. 4 hits, no errors. And a 6-1 lead for the Rogues as they strand the bags full. After 4 full innings, we will head to the top of the 5th in the season opener for 2017 Medford Rogues baseball. Year number 2 in the Great West League. It's the Rogues 6, Yuba City Bears 1. Top of the 5th we go. Medford Rogues baseball live on medfordrogues.com. Welcome back to Harry and David Field, top of the 5th inning. And a 6-1 lead for the Rogues. Dylan Pierce back out there to put in some more work. And he has the 9-1-2 of the Bears. Jarrell Quinones, who grounded out to first in the 3rd inning to lead off the 3rd, fouls the first pitch straight back, count 0-1. The 0-1 delivery from Pierce. That one hit hard to third base. Bobbled, fired across the diamond. Not in time. It skips past the first baseman. And going to be an error on Josh Berman.
Up next to bat.
This brings up TJ Dove, the center fielder. Dove has singled and actually came around to score in the 3rd inning. The only run of the ball game for the Bears after he got on with a walk, advanced with a wild pitch, was able to come around and score. I think it's safe to say fans take $2 Tuesday we got going on here for a season opener as well. Third base side is packed. I've never said it's a bad thing. First pitch to the leadoff batter is a strike. Count is 0-1. Our friends at Sport Clips are here as well, making sure to give away all sorts of cool stuff to you. If you come to the ballpark and you see some of those concourse setups, make sure you go on over and say hi. Tell them the guy on the internet sent you. It's that simple. They'll probably know, maybe not. They won't know who you're talking about. Count 1-1. Dub stepping in there on the right-handed matchup, righty-righty matchup, rather. Quinones over at first. Pierce from the set. Fastball. They're going to fire down the second to see if they can get him. Throw is a little bit low, bounces in. And a stolen base for Jarrell Quinones, getting himself into scoring position. Again, thanks to all of you commenting along on our live YouTube stream. Always feel free to interact on social media as well. At Medford Rogues on Twitter, at Medford Rogues on Instagram, at Medford Rogue Baseball on Facebook. That one's going to get by Gutierrez. A wild pitch there by Dylan Pierce. And now quickly moving to third base with no outs is the 9-hitter Quinones, who reached on an error, stole a base, now reached on a wild pitch. So it's 90 feet away with TJ Dove up there with a 3-ball, 1-strike count. For those of you just joining us, the Rogues started to pour it on here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. We're in the top of the fifth. It's a 6-1 lead for Medford. As you can see probably in the description of your YouTube stream, we've got the live stat link up there for you as well. I've always found it helpful. I do this a ton. Listen to the broadcast, keep the stats. You feel like you're doing some work at home, and really we're doing it all for you. It doesn't get much better. 3 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Pierce, high leg kick and fires. A bit over delivery there, low and outside, and that's going to bring in Trey Yukamoto with runners on the corners.
Next up for bat number 2, Trey Yukamoto.
So runners on the corners, Dove at first. His second walk in this ballgame. 6-1 lead for the Rogues here in the top of the fifth inning. Pierce having a tough time hitting that zone. Count is 1-0. Great to see a mix of out-of-town, first-time guys here on the roster this year for the Medford Rogues. Also some returning guys, some local guys, you name it. Stolen base as Dove goes down the second. That pitch looked really good. Called the ball. Must have been a little bit low. 2 balls, no strikes. 2 stolen bases for the Yuba City Bears in this inning. And here's the 2-0. Hit weakly to the right side. Tilton's going to have to hustle. He fires over to first to get the force out, but Quinones will score.
Next up to bat number 32, Dominic Diana.
So now TJ Dove, after the stolen base, ends up 90 feet away as well. This brings up Dominic Diana, the first baseman, batting in the third spot. Walked in the first, and then Tilton, who just made a nice play here, also made a great play on Diana. After it deflected off the glove of Dylan Pierce, Tilton was right there to bare hand fire to first for the out. First pitch strike in the at-bat, count 0-1. No balls and a strike, 1 away here in the top of the fifth. That one low and outside. 1-1, 6-2. That's our score here. Rogues on top. And that one ripped down the right field line. It's going to drop. 1 run will score. Heading over to second is Dominic Diana, an RBI double, and it's now 6-3.
Next up, folks, is our K batter of the night. Remember, if Logan strikes out, y'all get $3 beers at the beer garden.
Logan Worm, the designated hitter, steps in. And the Rogues will go to the bullpen. So Dylan Pierce hands it off. We'll let you know who's coming in for the Medford Rogues after this quick break. Rogues on top 6-3 here in the top of the fifth. You listen to Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com. Back here at Harry and David Field, Bobby Wood steps in as the new pitcher toes the rubber here with a runner on second with one out. The right-hander deals to Logan Worm. First pitch up and away. So Pierce went 4 1/3. 3 hits, 3 runs came across. A strikeout, had 4 walks. Two balls, no strikes. So second pitcher of the evening for the Rogues, Bobby Wood, late addition to the roster. From the stretch, fastball, timed but hit straight back. Product of Sunnyvale, California, heading to Kansas State University next year. That's an interesting jump. Bobby played junior college ball at Mission Community College. Count is 2-1. Worm sees the 2-1 pitch, fouls it straight back again. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Count is 2-2 with 1 away. Now 3 balls and 2 strikes as that one's up and away. Fans here who bought $2 tickets tonight, it's safe to say they're getting their money's worth. This one is slow here, top of the 5th. Lots of action, lots of good stuff going back and forth. I can't complain. Baseball's coming back. This is a great thing. Count is 3-2. Wood, fastball in the dirt. And what Dylan Pierce did do is at least leave a cushion here, so if the bullpen can hang on, the Rogues' bats did their job. 6 runs. Historically, in almost any game, that should be enough to win. Also depends on who you got going on.
Move your vehicle, please. Again, a Honda Civic, color black, license plate 565 HQQ.
Quick discussion to Bobby Wood from Dante Gutierrez.
Josh Winkler up for bat, number 8.
This brings up Josh Winkler. That one hit sharply down the third base side. A runner is going to come around and score. Another heads to third, and a stand-up double for Josh Winkler. I'll tell you, the lead that once looked promising is not too promising right now. It's a 6-4 lead for the Rogues. The sun has dropped. The lights are on. Fans have stuck around. I think a lot of fans taking advantage of that beer garden tonight. I'm hearing those lines all long. I don't know what y'all were doing in the offseason here. Come on out to the ballpark and hang out with us. Plus, I know you can still get season tickets. You can get those at any time. So if you're interested in getting out here and spending the summer with us, just give us a buzz, and we'll take care of you. Woods, first pitch to number 22, Alex Cortez. He skies that one to shallow left. De La Cruz calls him off, makes the catch. Runner has no chance on the tag. So there are 2 away and 2 runners in scoring position.
Next up for bat, Brendan Nelson, number 13.
Brings up Brendan Nelson, the left fielder. Nelson was stranded at second in the 4th inning. Thanks to Fred Meyer, the Rogues will offer specially priced family ticket packages for each Sunday home game. 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, 4 fountain drinks, and 4 souvenir baseballs for just $44. Those ticket packages are only offered at each of the 3 Rogue Valley Fred Meyer stores locally. And don't miss out on the fun. The Fred Meyer Family Fun Sundays, just another special evening here at the ballpark. First pitch to Nelson is a strike. So the Rogues did their damage in the bottom half of the 4th, but guess who's done their damage in the 5th? Yuba City. Tacked down 3 runs here. Woods' fastball is away 1-1. Count is 1-1 here. The right-hander tried to blow a fastball right by him. Fouled away. Count is 1-2. Nelson a little bit late on it. We've got Don listening from Vero Beach, Florida. And another Don saying, hello, Taylor Frost. And the Gilmore family listening in Wheatland, California. Thanks for tuning in to our broadcast, and hopefully for those of you both pulling for the Rogues and the Bears are enjoying tonight's call. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Nelson. Runners on second and third. Here in the top half of the 5th inning, 3 runs coming across here for the Bears in the top half with 2 outs now, and a 6-4 lead for Medford. That lead was once 6-1 before we got going here in the 5th. Wood tries the bender, misses outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Wood toes the rubber and checks the sign. Here's the 3-2. Fastball right down the middle. Nelson got a lot of it. On his horse out and right. Making the catch is Hellwig. And they'll surrender 2 on the bases. 3 runs come across. A couple hits, an error. And it's 6-4 Rogues after 4.5 innings. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. when we return here. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball live on medfordrogues.com. Back here in the bottom of the fifth inning, Josh Berman steps in for the Medford Rogues. 5, 6, 7 in the lineup, so it's Berman, Gazzo, and Wright. The right-hander Noah Gilmore toes the rubber for his first full inning of work. 6-4 lead in favor of the Medford Rogues. First pitch inside, 1 ball, no strikes. The Rogues batted around in the fourth. Hellwig led off, Hellwig ended it. Morton's offers something for everyone. Morton's has a full sports bar, separate family side of the restaurant for dining and even delivery. Check out the website, mortons.com. That's Morton's with 2 R's. That one lifted to the right side, shallow right field. Second baseman's going to backpedal in the edge of the grass and drops the baseball. Official scorekeeper, B.G. Gold.